All right, and I am back. Let's see. Morning. All right, everyone doing good? You ready to get this thing started? All right, let's get her started. Here we go. Passive MILO show is here today. You don't want to miss a single word they say. Bringing you founders from near and far. Listen as they tell you now just who they are. Listen to the stories and how they tell. In just 3 minutes, how they're doing well. Telling us what it's all about today. How they're loving that old passive way on passive. It's a here to stay on passive. There's just no better way. Listen to the On Passive MILO show, so then you can be the very first to know. On Passive, it's here to stay. On Passive MILO show, it's coming today, Saturday on Passive. Oh, yeah. Take it away, Milo. All right, it's so good to have you guys all on the show today. Remember, there would not be a show if you was not here. And remember, if you are on the show, you are a leader. You are one of the leaders. I'd like to thank a couple people. First up, Marcy and Himbabo, thank you so much for coming on early and getting people on. Say a couple words to us, Marcian.
Thank you so much, Milo. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you for sharing your Saturday with us. And we are always happy to have you in here. What a great show we're going to have today with Lynn and Rob. I hope I said the right one. Thank you so much for being in. I am Marcian Emabu. I'm talking to you from the great state of Texas. Houston is my city. I am your friend. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcian. And Marty, are you still here? Marty, come on and say something to us. Marty gets the live started for us every week. He is such a good guy and a big brother to us all. Marty, are you still here?
I'm still here. Hello, everybody. Milo, what's up?
Hey.
Anyway, yeah, I'm here. I'm staying. I'm trying to find the backdrop. That's all.
Okay. Good to have you, Marty. Thanks for everything you do for us. You are everybody's big brother, man, and you are the man. All right, and next we have Miss Lynn Nakamoto. Lynn, come down and say a couple words to us, and you are the special guest today. So come down and say just a couple words.
Sure. Glad to be here. Marty, you know that you can get the background from the chat. It says MILO background, JPG. Now you can just double click it and you can have the chat without having to request it. Just so you know, technology is a wonderful thing. But I'm glad to be here with my husband, Rob Gorman, and we're hoping to provide some good information and inspiration to you today. Thank you for being here and supporting the On Passive MILO show.
All right, Rob, and thank you for coming today. Say a couple words. We'll be getting you on in a little bit. We'll be having you and Lynn giving all your inspiration to us.
All righty. I just want to say to Marty, Sergeant Bilko is at it again, as you can see, and not unexpected. And we're excited to be here today. As a lot of people know, we started a show this week. We've done 3 of them. Tonight will be the 4th one at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, so we can go right from there over to Papua New Guinea, which starts at midnight Eastern time. And we're just glad to be here with Milo and company. And it looks like there's there's over 100 participants already, Milo.
Yeah, man, you know, it's so good to see you and Lynn working together. And I'm so excited for you. And we're seeing leaders be born every day almost and taking this to a new level. And that's what it's all about. One more we'd like to thank, and he keeps our chat in line all the time. Mr. John Barilla, come down and say a couple words to us. Hello, John. Are you there? All right, John might be busy. He's probably taking care of something in the chat there or whatever. So let's move on. So what today's show is going to be, the format's going to be, we're going to talk about what Mr. Ash posted in the back office. And would like to just get a few ideas of what people think it is. And then we're going to have none other than Rob Gorman and Lynn Nakamoto, probably in 30 minutes or so, about 1:30. We're going to bring them on and listen to their inspiration. And I know they got a great story to tell and all kinds of things to tell us about. So we'll be listening to that. Then we'll have questions and answers, and we'll talk to people about whatever you want to talk about. It's going to be open mic. So let's go right now to, how many of you seen what was posted in the back office? I'm sure just about everyone has. Let me pull it up so I can read it word for word. I've got it here. So let me pull that up so I can read it. Mr. Ash said, if you click on the back office, you go to updates. Actually, you don't even have to go to updates. It's on a flag right on the very front. But if you go to Ash's update, it will tell it also. But it says, pay now to play later. Or play now, then pay later. We are steps away from owning the internet. And owning the internet is in bold. And eventually rewrite history. Now, during this revolution, you are either a leader or you're a follower. You cannot be both. So pick your side. All right. Someone raise your hand and tell me what that means to you and what you think. And let's discuss this for a little bit. All right. So let's see if we got any hands being raised. None yet. Come on, you guys know. There's Marty. I think he's fixing to raise his hand. Oh, no, he said not yet. All right, come on, someone. Anybody? No one's got any. No one wants to talk. No one wants to tell. Nobody. There's Mr. John Barilla. Come on down, John. Talk to us.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry before I got knocked off. I had to come back on. I had no sound or whatever was going on, so that's why I couldn't speak to you before. Something about that that I was impressed by was, of course, he was saying we are going to own the internet. Now, earlier today, I noticed in another webinar that was some people had some confusion and some questions about, like, well, what does he mean? We're going to own the internet? We're purchasing the entire internet once we're out, and I think that just maybe caused a little confusion. But what that means is that we are so present, and we will be out there amongst the world on the internet doing business, that we will virtually own the internet. And I think that's what that refers to, more than we actually are, purchasing or owning or anything like that with the internet. Our presence is going to be so prevalent that we will own the internet. That's one thing I caught from what was in the back office.
I agree with you, John, and thanks for coming on. Yes, we called you earlier. Thank you for your time, doing chat and stuff. But thank you for coming on. And I agree with you 100%. We're not purchasing the internet, but everything that's going to be on the internet is going to be basically on passive. So if you take that you're doing an advertising campaign, and you're doing that advertising campaign, and if Google's only sending you this much traffic, but on passive is sending you this much, a whole lot more traffic, who are you going to spend your advertising dollars with? I'm pretty sure that everyone's going to be spending their advertising money with on passive. So when we talk about owning the internet, I think what it means is that there's going to be so much, all the companies are going to want to advertise with us. Everyone's going to want to advertise with us. So when that happens and you have all that traffic, well, guess what? You really do kind of own the internet. It's not that you had to purchase it. It's that you're just doing a good job with it. All right. Is anyone else? All right. I think one of the things it says, let me go back to it. It says you can be a leader or you can be a follower, but you can't be both. Pick your side. I believe, now this is just me, but I believe what that means. If you're here right now, you're a leader. Everybody that's here is a leader because you are taking the time to invest into your business. And I've got a saying that says, hey, and I've been saying this for a long time. If you listen to the daily inspiration, you'll hear it every day. It says, hey, founders, it's time to quit treating your multi-billion-dollar business like a $97 expenditure. It is not, folks, I want to tell you, it is not a 97, even though you only paid $97 for this. This is such an incredible opportunity for every one of us to be part of this big business, or I don't even know if it's called a business. It's a movement, because I look at it, there's two sides to it. You have to have kind of the business side. In other words, you have to have the vehicle, which is sales, which is commissions, which we've got all these products that are going to just change the world, and we need that. We need to get that out to businesses and companies so that they're paying it. But the other part of it is that's just the vehicle. The movement part of it is we get to take it to the next level. We get to give it to other people, and when you think of that, not only is it going to, first off, it's going to bless you. You want to make sure that you're taken care of, but then you can go on and do it, bless other people. So Mr. Bruce, come on down, and good to see your hand up from Florida. Talk to us, brother.
Hey, Milo, it's raining cats and dogs down here in Florida. I just got in, thank God I got in just before it came down pouring, otherwise I'd be soaked. So, I remember years ago, I was involved with investing, and I knew a man from South America who was doing a email called Quiere, which means your wish in Spanish. And we were talking about Google, and he said, people don't understand it, but Google is the internet, and certainly took over everything. But one of the things Google did in the process of that was this little thing called pay-per-click. And pay-per-click, if you're a marketer, Marty knows this, will destroy most of my business, because I was involved with this internet music. And when I talked to a marketer, a merchandise guy about marketing, he said, most of your money will come from the cost of marketing because of pay-per-click. But so when you talk about us and Google, the difference is you're not paying pay-per-click when you're a reseller. You're not paying for, you're getting your material, and it's going to be overtaking what's happening in the market today. That's why Ash calls it so much as a paradigm shift. As far as resellers and whether you're passive or you're active, the difference between a sheep and a leader is a sheep is one who is passive and just goes and plays along and knows he's guaranteed to make money. But the person who is a leader engages with other people in the business and starts to develop relationships in that business. And the more of those relationships build, the greater, there's an old expression that says, the broader the base, the higher the points of freedom. So the larger our base is, we have almost 1.5 million founders. That's a large base. And look how high the top is. It's going to be unbelievable where we're going. And we're just going to keep growing and growing. And the people who are involved and the people who are active are the leaders, like you said. And that's what we all are here in this, all these squares here are all miracles. They're all beautiful people, and they're all leaders. So I'm just looking forward to continuing to do what I do. There's a lot more to learn, I know that. But we're going to do it at a time, and everything's going to be great, because you know what? We have a wonderful person named Ash Farah, and all we need to do is follow the leader and learn. So thanks. And thank you. It's great to see Lynn and Robert here. And it's great to see you again, Milo. And it's great to see everybody here. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, as Richard would say. And that's enough for me for now.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. And we love you, man. We see you every week and love listening to your insights on things. And you nailed it. I mean, basically what you said is the way that I believe it too, you know, is if you're here, you're a leader. And it's just a matter, you know, some people say, well, I don't know that I can do this or do that. And honestly, you don't have to do anything. To be a leader, go to your back office, you know, check things out, you know, maybe post something into ONET if you can. If you post something on Facebook, instead of posting on Facebook, go to ONET, you know, post. We are into the beta testing right now there. And so I know that, you know, you can get on. In fact, I've been having some problems. I don't know if someone uses ONET a lot, but it seems like when I do a post, a lot of times I'll get it all done, hit the button, and it says timed out, session timed out or something. I don't know if there's a way around that. Marty, if you know, or any Lynn, if you guys know, help me out. But I have posted some, but I've had some that, you know, I don't know if they're too long. I put pictures in and stuff like that. But anyway, I got it. And I want to encourage all of you, if you do want to have a YouTube channel, if you want to have a presence, there's no better time to start it than right now, because remember, it will drive traffic there. Now, everyone's not someone that wants to get on camera. They don't want to do that, and that's fine. You do whatever you're comfortable with. Remember, we are all different. We are all unique, but we are all awesome. So if it's doing that, or you just maybe will take and you send ONET out to some of your friends, you know, that when it starts, you know, and they're able to get on, they start posting right away. Remember that if you sent them there and they accept the free trial or whatever, they're connected to you for the rest of your life with your commissions. That's a great thing. I've never seen anything like this. And the pay-per-click, Bruce, yeah, I'm familiar with that, you know, from marketing and whatever, and with songs and music. I'm sure that's what you was kind of going to, is back in the day when Napster come about, you know, and everyone said it'll, you know, or the music industry said it's not going to work. Well, guess what? Once it started, there was no stopping it. So now you have musicians that are on the internet, they're on YouTube, and do you know when they put a song out there, and if you click on it, every time you click, they get paid, you know, which is a good thing. You know, that's a good thing. So if you know what you're doing with it and can do that, there's guys that are making a lot of money that are not mainstream musicians right now, only because they know how to use pay-per-click. They know how to use YouTube, Google. They use all of that to their advantage over someone that might not be. You know, and that's where this is going to do. This is going to take it to the next step. You know, when you think about all that On Passive will do, you know, you think about O Connect, you know, how that's going to affect the musicians. You know, you can bring millions of people to see a concert. I was just talking with, I drive Uber, so I was talking with some people from Dublin last night, and they were all excited about Garth is going back to Dublin for 4 or 5 concerts. And I mean, he's a huge presence over there. He's huge every place, but I mean, in Dublin, Ireland, they love Garth Brooks. In fact, years ago, probably, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago, I was with Garth Brooks' bus driver, his personal bus driver. And I said, tell me, I said, what was it like when you went to Dublin? And I said, that had to be a huge crowd. He goes, man, he said, Milo, he said, you would not believe it. He said, we got ready to leave. And he said, there was so many people around the bus. He said, it was just, they were all in front of the bus, all around the bus. And he said, I didn't even know what to do. And I said to Garth, Garth, what do you want me to do? There's people all in front. He said, man, I don't know, but we got to get out of here. He said, just put it in low. And he says, hopefully they'll move out of the way. And he said, that's what they did. And he said, of course, it went through the crowd. But You know, just think about that, how he has such a presence over there. What if Garth Brooks could take O Connect and he could say, hey, I'm having a concert, or even if, say, he wanted to show the concert from Dublin and show it back to all of us Americans who love Garth Brooks, do you think anybody would watch it? I'm pretty sure we all would, right? Even if we paid $5, $10, $15, we would probably still watch it. But guess what? We wouldn't even have to do that, because if Garth Brooks had a No Connect account, you know, then everyone that goes to that show, guess what? He's going to get commission on that. So I don't think sometimes it'll blow your mind when you start thinking about stuff like that. Now, what happens if Garth cannot come in above you? Remember that. Garth can't go above you. So Garth's going to have to come in underneath somebody. So what if he comes underneath, maybe not you, but maybe someone down in your 10th generation or something? Guess what? You're still going to do very well with it. So that's one thing I like to say. All right, we got another hand up, Miss Patricia Parent. She's doing a great job out of Canada. Come on down, Patricia, and talk to us.
Hello, Milo. Thank you for allowing me to. Back to what Mr. Ash had posted last night. I seen it about 1:30 in the morning, my time. And when I read it, pay now to play later, that simple saying was, all he ever asked us was to like, share, comment, watch webinars, watch lives. And that is so easy to do. And that is going to build our business, because it is our business. And the simplest thing you can do is any of those. I choose, as being a leader for myself, for my business, is to do YouTube lives when I can. Yeah, I kept not able to every day, but it is a revolution, and it is going to change the internet, how everyone uses it. So if we can remember that, it's so easy to do, and just sharing and caring. And even after we do launch and we get our websites and our domain names, I still will share and care my website, because that's building my business. It's branding me along with the company. And as fast as it can build me is better, because then I'm able to bless others. And that's how OnPassive is. It was built with heart to bless others. You know, I sent out an email last night right after to founders and to pending founders that I have, and I received 3 back. So I ended up having 3 pending founders that woke up and seen the light. And that's all it takes, is go in your back office and share it and care it to each and every one that's on your team. I go into Mail, I have a list there, and I send it out to them. So how easy is it? I'm not a marketer, but if I can do it, anyone can do it. And if I have struggles one day, that's okay. I can catch up the next, like I'm trying today. But everyone needs to consider that this is our own business. And yes, Mr. Ash says it's all done for us, but the faster we get to where we want to be, the better. And if we can brand ourselves, yahoo, I'm excited, because I've never been a marketer. And I'm grateful, thankful, and blessed for everything Mr.
I think you're muted, Patricia, or something. We're not hearing you. Maybe
Unmuted. She's unmuted, but the volume is not there.
Okay. Not sure, but Patricia, that was beautiful. And I'll tell you what, from the first time I heard you to now, what an incredible difference. When you come on the Julie and Milo show, and we did the interview with you, to now you speak so confidently. I love it. It makes my heart so proud to see you developing as a leader. All right. Well, thank you for what you said. And it is so true. Remember, Ash only said he said, if you just do one good thing a day, whether that's posting, whether it's liking, comment, it's so easy to do one thing. All you got to do is one thing a day. Remember, if we do one thing a day, that's almost 1.5 million good things that is being done per day for the company. Do you think that is going to change things? Do you think it's going to help? I'm sure that that's going to do a wonderful thing for us. Okay, let's see if we got time for maybe one more to talk. Or Marty, how about you? Marty, are you there? Can you come give us a little enlightenment? Hello, Marty. All right, he's probably busy or stepped away, but
Yeah, I don't
anyway,
think he's not. Oh, yeah.
I thought I seen him there.
Yeah,
but,
he's there, but yeah, he's in
yeah,
there.
he's probably got he's got his hands in so many things. He's probably on a different, he tries to do so much. That guy does a lot for all of us. All right, I think is there anyone else? Anyone else got anything? How about you, Dave Angelic?
We've got a couple hands up. I don't know
Oh,
if
we
you
do? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
see him. I'm sorry.
No problem. The first one is Galaxy A32 5G, and then we
Yeah.
have Carol, Lynn
Carol.
Francois in Canada.
All right, let's take those two. So,
All right.
Galaxy-
All right, Milo, this is me, Roy Davies. I didn't know how that the
Change
initials
it?
get up there. I got to try to change that.
Okay, Roy Davies.
Yes, from US, Florida.
Oh, okay. Looks like Lynn's already did it, or someone.
Oh, okay, thank you very much, whoever did
Perfect.
it. Thank you. Yes, it ain't too much really. Over the last week, I can say, man, it was so much good stuff shared about, the company and the products and everything, like Old Tech Pros, or Rob and Lynn, Marty. Marty, he's awesome. Sharing. You, Milo, Dr. Benny. For his leadership, I'm picking anyone who has a family who raise kids. They are a leader. They are a leader anyway. And for your business, Ash Mafari is a top leader. Being him as a top leader, sharing with all you top leaders there, that makes you leaders, and y'all sharing with the founders about the company and what's going on and what we should do and everything. Then the founders, whoever plugs in, and come to the webinars, the YouTube, Facebook, whatever, they become leader. And then whoever they share with become leaders. It's like generate and generations from now on. That's the way we create leaders to the business. Anytime you promoting your business like on passive, you as a leader, and it's really ain't too much to say, but that a little bit there I had to say. And before I got off, I wanted to say Marty is so awesome, and I just want him to say it. You gotta say it. That's all I had to say, Marlo.
All right.
Thank you
Roy.
for inviting me.
Yeah, thanks for coming down and talking. It is so true, and it's one creates another, and then it actually creates multiple, and then that it explodes. So, all right, we got one more. Carol LaFresco, come on down. Talk to us.
Hello, Lynn. Thank you for letting me speak here. It's nice to see everybody, my family. Milo, I got the same problem as you do. Yesterday, I tried about 6 or 7 times to post on ONET, and it's saying timeout all the time. I said, well, I'm trying to put a picture as well, so maybe I'm taking too much time. But I try without a picture, and it's doing the same thing. So I wrote to customer satisfaction, and they write me back right away. It didn't even took them 30 minutes, and I got an answer. They said they were looking into it, and they're gonna find out. So it's all taken care of. They're gonna take good care of it. That's it. That's good for me. Thank you.
Perfect.
Great
Okay.
weekend, everybody.
All right, let's see. Let's go quickly to Jagon, and then we'll have Mr. Marty DeGarmo, and that'll be the last one. All
Hello,
right.
hello, sir. This is Jagan Mohan from India. I'm your friend. And very nice, Milo sir and Nakamoto madam. I'm so happy. I know you recognize me. I'm Jagan Mohan from India, Andhra Pradesh. And I would like to share some feeling from bottom of my heart from 2019. Sir, I was joined in 2019 on PASS. What an extraordinary feeling. From there to here, what a journey. And also, I would like to say that I am the first Telugu language YouTuber. I am the first Telugu language YouTuber in Andhra Pradesh. I am so happy to share this news and more exciting news come as well. And today's Asher message is very exciting. He something is going to say. There in behind that message, there's something is going to say. There is wonderful days. There is wonderful moments is coming on the way. Pay now or play later. Whatever we are ready to play with these movements. What amazing technology, amazing vision. It's so grateful. Even still some people are confusing. Why you people are confusing? Please get move and follow with flow. Enjoy the process. Something exciting on the couple of days. He is definitely on the way. He is definitely surprising us. What an extraordinary motivation from Milo sir and Lynn Nakamoto madam. I'm always following you. I am very cherished. I'm so happy to see you. And Milo sir, hats off. And from my language, namaste, you both of you, and all the panelists. Namaste, namaste. What a great. Please. I have so happy to hear today and so honor, madam, and make me as a panelist so happy. So happy, sir. You keep rocking, keep motivate. All the founders will going to be success in the couple of days and a couple of months, whatever is on the way, definitely. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And thank you, Milo, sir.
All right. Thank you for your talk there. All right. And next up, we got everybody's favorite, Mr. Marty DeGarmo. Come on down and say it. Say it, Marty.
Gotta say it. Anyway, the back office, there's a couple little bugs there for sure. We know. I brought it up to Ash. He said by Tuesday they'll all be fixed. One is the timeout thing, Milo. I saw that happen to me, and trying to get a hyperlink, which happened to Lynn. So he said, yeah, they're going to work on it, and I believe there's a good chance there'll be some type of update from him on Tuesday. Of course, as soon as we know, we'll know. But that's I think he's planning on having an update. And the gentleman that actually is in charge of Founder's site. His father passed away suddenly, 62 years old, not very old. And he had to rush home. And then some of the people that work for him wanted to be with him, so Ash helped them go too. So it kind of slowed things up a couple of days, but no big deal. So Tuesday it should all be fine. And I was listening, Milo, you talked about big companies coming in to sell stuff. Here's the cool thing about it. When they come in, but they're already spending millions a month to sell their products, when they come down passive and we're the hunted, it's not going to cost the company a dime to sell stuff for them because we are consumers. All they have to do is show it. So when you have all these people like us and they say, hey, Milo, do you care if we put a little ad on your page, one of your pages or all of them? You say, yeah, why not? And then you get part of that revenue. I mean, it's outrageous what could happen. And there's so much more than that. I mean, Ash popped on my live the other day for 3 minutes. And he said, face to facts, everybody that is online, 5.6 billion people will be in on passive some way or another. Either in it, use it, something, but they will be affected by it. And then as technology grows, so will the amount of people online. And there'll be a day that you log into on passive. It'll be part of the internet. When you log into your internet, it will be on passive. I think we're all going to be part of that. It doesn't surprise me at all because he'll have something for somebody. And like Pat Parent said, you invite people to something free, they're with you for life. Absolutely with you for life. And if they invite somebody and they invite somebody and they invite, they're all in there for life. And as they're strolling through on passive, you don't think they're going to find something they want? Especially if everything you need is in on passive. It's unbelievable where this is going. It's so, there's no end to where it's going, really. It's really exciting. That's all I got.
I believe that, Marty. I believe it. And you know what else? The cool thing is, I don't think anyone will be able to contain themselves and not tell people about it when that first nickel drops into your wallet. I believe at that point, it's Katie bar the door because there's going to be millions of people coming in maybe per day. And
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Remember, Milo, never call anybody a marketer and they'll share this with hundreds of people. Just don't call them that. They'll do it, no doubt.
Absolutely. And the other thing, Marty, is you've got those guys out there. You know, you got the Tony, the Brunsons and all the Russell Brunsons, all these people that are great marketers. Do you know when they get their hands on it? And remember, they have to come in under somebody, a founder. When they get their hands on it, it's just a matter of sending out an email and 100,000 people are going to be in there that same day, you know? That's how powerful this is. And when you think there's a whole lot of those out there, Mike was saying, you know, all these different people that market to the world, when they get a hold of it and they realize, and I mean, even if you take the old mail, you know, you take the old mail where you can send out 1 million emails. Do you think that's not going to change their life? Where they sit right now and maybe have to send out 5,000 in a batch, or even if it's 50,000, there's a lot of 50,000 in a million, you know? And when you think, man, all you got to do is hit that button and it goes out and it's got an autoresponder built in for you. And it's got all this different things that, you know, and it's 5-10 times faster. And you could actually sit there and just do a little video to all your people and say, hey, you guys, you need to check this out. I just got into it and you know, it's doing this for me. And I just got in and I've already, you know, the shekels are hitting the pocketbook there. People's going to listen to that. And I think we're all, the cool thing about it is everyone on this show right now, do you realize you're in the top 1%? But it's going to go up. I mean, it might start at 1%, but I guarantee you over time, we're going to be in the top 0.0001% or something. So that's my thing. I believe it. How about you, Marty? You think that?
Absolutely. And remember this, just for fun. You could do a video through OConnect and stream it to YouTube and say, listen, I've got a word inside this new social site. It says, if you find this word, I'll give you a reseller position. 200 people jump in, you pay one reseller position, you got 199 people on your team. Who wouldn't do that? I'll do that every day. Little things like that, they're coming. It's built. They are coming. And they're going to come and say this to somebody. We have a site where you can chat and do everything and they don't sell your information, right? It's free to get in, lights out. And they're going to tell somebody who tells somebody who tells somebody. You just got to start the flame. You just got to light the match. Everything else will take off after that. And do it for fun. Don't look at it like you're working. You're not working. You're doing what you do now. We all share everything. We share everything we do. You share a movie if you like it. You share a good sale. You get people in on passive, all the free versions, and it will take care of it after that. You don't have to do anything else. Because they're locked you forever. It's a big deal.
I love it. I love it. It's gonna be so fun. It's so exciting. And when you think about all the things that it's gonna do, you know, we could talk all day about it. It's an incredible deal that we have, and the deal is done. So it's not a pipeline. It's not a pipe dream, folks. It is done. It's a done deal. And we're just waiting for that date when it happens, which is going to be, I believe, very soon. All right, let's move on to our special guest today. Man, I am so excited to have these people. And of course, everybody knows Lynn. Lynn's been around, and I don't even know how she does what she does because there's no way I could. I don't think I got enough time in the day. Although I told someone today, I said, "Hey, we all got the same amount of time," but I don't see how she does it. But Lynn, it's so good to have you, and Rob. Man,
Thank you.
I've heard Rob speak a couple of times. I've been very impressed with him. And so now let me introduce to you Rob Gorman and Lynn Nakamoto. Come on down. The stage is yours.
Well, alrighty, Sergeant Bilko has asked me, not asked me, she's told me I should speak first. So I'll go ahead and get things started. It's always not an easy thing to follow Marty, the boom baby boom guy, but I'll do my best. Lynn and I got started in March of 2019 as founders. Due to a business situation, I had to drop out, so I became one of those $97 wonders and had to drop out and get my 97 back. But I've reinvested the 97 and I'm a founder again. And I'm very happy for that. Everything's been straightened out from a business standpoint. And actually, I joined before Lynn did, the day before or the morning before. And then that night, we kind of talked about it, or we did talk about it. And she decided, let's give it a go. We failed at everything else that had anything to do with sales, direct sales, indirect sales, whatever you want to call it, MLM, affiliate marketing. Got too many names for me to mention, so I won't mention any more. That 2 is enough. And we just decided this was a good fit for us. And for the last 2 years, I've stayed in the background and done the bookkeeping and the paperwork end for Lynn. And I'll continue to do that until she fires me. And that could happen at any moment. So we'll see what happens there. There were a couple things I wanted to mention. We did start the late night chat with Lynn and Rob. Many people think it's a late night chat with Lynn and Ron. So whatever you want to call it, it's the Lynn show. And that's fine with me.
It's the Lynn Rob show.
Okay, I've been corrected again. It's the Lynn and Rob show. So we'll take it from there. The idea came from us talking about it and Lynn saying, there's not a lot of women that do a live show. And I said, well, that's true. And since you're pretty well known around the world, why don't you have your own show? And she said, no, I need a partner with that show and it's going to be you. So I said, oh, that means I've got to stay up past midnight. That's just dandy. So we agreed on starting it at midnight. And the reason for that is we did not want to conflict with any other shows or webinars. And midnight Eastern Daylight Time is when most people on the, in the United States and North America turn into pumpkins. But little did we know those pumpkins turn into people as well. And we've had a lot of viewers from the United States and everywhere else in the midnight hour. We were pleasantly surprised. We've had over 1,500 viewers the first 2 shows, and I'm not sure what the third show will show. But either way, it's fun. We use what is it called?
StreamYard.
We use StreamYard, which is an enhancement to YouTube. So we're able to actually communicate and put it on the screen, what we're saying and interacting with people. We'll say it, by voice, and it'll also appear on the screen. And we did that because we felt it'd be a great thing for the whole world to be recognized, not just a few of us, a few people, that it needed to be millions of people being recognized. And we're a believer in that. And we're also a believer in, did you want me to keep talking?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to keep talking for a couple of minutes. MILO had sent us, or had published, the on-passive blessing sheet. And I wanted to mention that. I can show everybody a blank because we have printed out several. I think you can see it there, hopefully. I'm not real good at this video thing. And then what we've done is we have,
We can show it.
okay, we can't show it, but at any rate, anyone who's interested in the Oblast and blessing people around the world, Milo had come up with this worksheet or spreadsheet. And I'll be putting it in our computer. I haven't as of yet because I was making notes. And just to give you a few of the causes that we're involved in them now, not so much financially as volunteering, but we will become more and more involved with regard to, the financial end of it, the money, the apples, the pears, the bananas, whatever you want to call it. We'll be active doing that. And a few of our causes are the Veterans Administration here in the United States. I'm a service-connected veteran myself, disabled, and there's a great need for nursing homes around the country to be refurbished or rebuilt or actually started from the ground up for veterans. And then, as everyone I think around the world knows, Lynn, during her working lifetime, where she was actually 9 to 5 or 5 a.m. to 9 o'clock at night, which she was often, as a sign language interpreter. So the deaf school, the deaf, and other situations that people find themselves in, whether they're deaf or they're blind or whatever the situation is, we have a soft spot together in our hearts. And so we want to do something with regard to deaf schools around the country. We'll start in Florida and do some Hawaii. And then if it catches on like we hope it will, we'll do it worldwide. There's a great need for that. Parents without partners, single parenthood is really a difficult thing, and we'd like to help those folks. It's not easy being a mom and a dad if you're the dad, or vice versa if you're the mom. So we'd like to see that get some notoriety around the world, and also have some apples drifting their way, because they're strictly a donation kind of situation. There are food banks that we plan to get involved in. I was in business with my son for a while. We started a truck brokerage, and often when some of the food will be damaged, the cases be damaged, they're good, the food is good, it'll need to get donated to food banks. And as many times as I was on the phone with these food banks around the country, there's a great need for financial aid as well, not just the food. They need money as well. Shelters for women, that's a big one to us. We want to make sure that there are no women over the next umpteen years who are on the streets. It's just not right. Women and children have a spot in my heart, special spot, and in Lynn's heart as well. And we want to see some good come of that. The less fortunate in the third world countries, I call them third world, they may not be third world, but they are in need of throwing that fishing pole their way. They don't necessarily need direct help from us with regard to from OnPassive and Oblast money-wise. They need equipment. They may need housing, buildings, whatever, and throw them a fishing pole instead of throwing them just the fish. And then one other organization that I've been involved in is Big Brothers and Big Sisters. That's here in the United States. I'm not sure if it's worldwide, it may be, but they are strictly by donation as well. I got involved with them when I was actually in junior achievement back in the dark ages, back before a lot of you folks were probably here on the planet. And we found through junior achievement that we were really, and we were small scale in New Orleans, we were small scale, but we were able to help Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And both the Big Brothers and the Big Sisters and the kids that need the help were so appreciative of the little that we did. So I'd like to see us maybe collectively, or even if it's just Lynn and myself, do some good along those lines. So now that I'm out of breath, and I got an elbow to the left, third rib down. I'll go ahead and pass it to Lynn.
Milo might want to interject. I know he's moderating here, so. Have any
It's
questions?
beautiful. I love exactly what Rob said. I feel his heart, man. And I'm excited to hear from you, Lynn. Lynn, go ahead.
All right. Well, you know, I just feel so blessed that someone took the time to share on Passive with me. And that was some years ago. And at first I wasn't very responsive because I had been doing so many MLM affiliate type businesses for years. And I just had pretty much failure in all of them. And so when this person approached me, I said, oh no, here's another one. No, thank you. I'm over it, you know. But this person was very persistent, and I did actually sign up, so that was good. And at the time we were in it, there wasn't a lot of structure to Unpassive. There was Mr. Ash Mafara, and there were a couple of videos, instructional videos talking about the business. But that was pretty much it. And so you really had to kind of figure out what Unpassive was about. Now, today, it's a different story. There's so much support within the company, many videos, a lot of leaders that take the time to explain about Unpassive, and lots of webinars, really good webinars. So it's a lot easier now. And now that we have physical products coming up, digital products coming up, and our data center, there's so much more solid things going on within the company that you can actually put your hands on. You know, you can wrap your head around it. It's much easier. But back then, you really just had to have faith and belief in Mr. Mufaro. And we've been through a lot, ups and downs, but through it all, it's an upward journey, you know.
And a visionary didn't hurt.
Yeah, really, really. And the journey has been beautiful. If you look at it in whole, yes, little ups and downs, sometimes disappointment, sometimes excitement, but all in all, it's been a wonderful journey. And I wouldn't trade this journey for any price. I wouldn't swap it with anybody else's journey, because I feel that Rob and I are meant to be here. We are meant to be part of this great company run by a visionary and a humanitarian, Mr. Ashma Farah, who has our best interest in mind. And he is going to uplift humanity through us, the founders, through this unique business model where everything is done for us. You know, our success is guaranteed. So when you think about that, each and every one of us who has seen the vision of Mr. Mufara and have trusted and believed in him, we are going to be blessed. We will. Our lives will forever be changed for the better. And in that, we are also going to help others. And that's the whole thing of Mr. Mufara, is how he has this marvelous plan to do good work through us, the founders of Unpassive, and through the various products that we have. So that's what I'm excited about. And I just feel like this is where Rob and I are meant to be and nowhere else.
Well, if it's in these two small chairs, it's awful crowded here. That's all I'm going to say.
Squishy. I'm saying, move down, move down.
Trying to get me on camera, and I'm a little bit on the camera shy. But we're very, very grateful to Ash. I know many people say that, not enough say that, but we are grateful from the bottom of our hearts, and we plan on spreading the word the best we can. Have we had people tell us no? What are you kidding? Another MLM, another affiliate marketing thing? Well, I've had family members and friends tell me that, and now they're spending their lunch times watching the videos and the webinars around the country. And they watch the one especially at the Burj Khalifa, where Unpassive is everywhere. And if you go online, Unpassive is everywhere. Try punching up on Google, Obless. You know what comes up first? Unpassive. Try OConnect, try ONet, ONetwork, and the first thing that pops up is Unpassive. So we're kind of like the sleeping bear right now, getting ready to growl big time. And it's going to be growling in a big way, in a good way, and the world will never be the same once Unpassive hits the streets. So thanks a lot, Milo. I appreciate you bringing me on, and Sergeant Bilko allowing me to join her.
Absolutely. What a powerful couple. I love what you guys said, and I love your heart. And Lynn, I don't know if you remember, I don't even know how long ago it was, a year, 2 years ago when we first connected, and I don't even know if we were, yeah, I think we were doing the interviews back then, and we might have had you on, I don't remember.
Yeah, you did. Mhm.
But you called me after and we talked about, hey, what's this gonna do? How's this? And we started getting excited when I talk to people and we start bouncing things off of hey, we can do this. Hey, this is gonna happen. And now to listen as Rob talks about, disabled vets, man, that's near and dear to my heart. Nursing homes, food banks, single mom, shelter for women, people with hearing loss, and I remember having Lenore Johnson and what was the guy's name that was hearing? You remember Jeremy?
Jeremy Williams
Yeah, Jeremy Williams, and I think
and
there was
Leonore. Yeah.
Leonore. Wasn't there one more with the hearing that we had on? I can't remember, but anyway, what a minute.
Sandra?
Who was it?
Sandra? I don't know if you interviewed Sandra.
No, I didn't have Jen. I don't think. Anyway, we're going to be doing a second interview, and when we talked to the people with the hearing disabilities, and they told their heart, and they said how on passive is going to help them, and I had no idea. When you don't hear it, you might not understand it, but you think of what on passive is going to do for these people. It's incredible, and there's just so many things that we're going to be able to do. Rob, you talked about the loss or the less fortunate over in the third world country. And that is so big. And I like to say this a lot of times, and people might get tired of hearing it, but I'm still going to say it. 59.2% of the world gets internet right now. That means there's 40.8 that don't get it. Now, whether they don't want it or whether they're in an area that they can't get it, what happens when that 40% gets internet? They get a phone that becomes their bank. They're gonna now be able to listen to music that they've never heard before. Maybe they're gonna be able to be shared a church service or something that they've never heard before. Maybe whatever your thing is that you've got that you're passionate about, now they're gonna hear it. What happens with St. Jude Hospital? When this 40% more hear about it, and we hear about it because now it becomes something that we can live with and we can hear, and the cool thing is we can bless them all. And Rob, you said a great thing when you said about the fishing pole. We can give them a fishing pole. In other words, my thing is I'm not going to give anyone money. I'm not going to give St. Jude's $250. That's not me. I'll buy them $250 worth of spots, because what I realize is when you buy them a spot, and even if you buy, say, a family, I want to, personally, I would like to go into St. Jude's or send a note to them, hey, give me 5 names of 5 families that are there that needs to be blessed. And you bless them underneath the spot of the St. Jude. Do you understand how you're building that foundation? And I used to like to say on the show, how many oranges will an orange create? And I'm talking about a seedless, not a seedless one, but a seeded one. So it's an infinite amount, because if you have an orange, and I don't even know how many seeds an orange has, but let's say it has 20 seeds in it. You take those 20 seeds and you plant them. What happens? You don't get an orange for an orange. You get an orange tree from an orange. So now you got 24 orange trees that are out there doing the same thing that you're doing. We can change the world, and that's why, with Asthma Farrell, we said it, changing the world one person at a time. And it started with Asthma Farrell. Now it's not just Asthma Farrell, it's 1.445 million of us that are doing the exact same thing, and we will change the world. So, all right, well, we're looking for hands. Let's ask them some questions. I love your heart, man. You guys were awesome today. Well, what a great to see you there, Rob. and talking, with Lynn. It's always good to see you, but you did an incredible job today. And thanks for bringing up the blessing sheet. I love it. All right, let's see. Do we have any hands? Someone want to say something to Lynn and Rob? Come on down. We're waiting. Man, you guys did a good job. Okay, Mr. Dave Angelic from Canada, come on down and talk to us, brother.
Thank you, Milo. Hello, everybody. Lynn and Rob, terrific to see you guys here. We see you every day. That it doesn't matter where I go. Now that I'm back full time driving, I'm all over the States and into Canada, and every night when I stop my truck, I know that there's going to be something that Lynn has said. And, I think that's really cool that you spend so much time with OnPassive, and, we all see your heart, and we all love you for it. Thanks very much.
Thank you. We appreciate that very much, Dave. And in passing, I'll just say I drove a tractor trailer for 35 years, as well as a limo. So I feel your pain on getting rest and feeling good all the time. And darn, those log books now are, electronic logs. It's got to be tough.
All right. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Okay. Anybody else? Come on down. All right. Miss Susan Hodges from the USA. Come on down and talk to us.
Well, I hope my mic is working this time. Can you hear me?
Sounds good. Sounds beautiful.
Great. Last time I tried, it didn't work. I just wanted to thank Lynn for all her hard work and everything she's done for all of us. And I'm glad to see she's bringing Rob in, and it's great to have that support system and someone we can bounce things off of. And I came in a long time ago, November of 2018. And my sponsor really, I don't see him involved at all. So I've been following everybody, but it would have been nice to have that support from him. But I found my way, and I listened to all the leaders, and I think I'm so excited to be a part of this. And I'm just, I want to change my children's and grandchildren's life and the life of a lot of people in the world before I leave it. I look at it this way: this is a crazy world we're living in right now, and so many people with so many needs. And I just want to be able to put a little notch in the world before I leave. And I know that Lynn and Rob feel the same way. I think most of all of us do. So I thank you so much for helping us all out.
Thank you, Susan. We see you everywhere too. Thank you for what
Thank
you
you.
do.
Appreciate what you said and what you do.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Susan. It was very good. And it just goes to show that you don't have, if your sponsor's not in it, you can still get by, because with this, I've never seen a place where everyone helps everyone. Everybody loves everyone. It's a beautiful thing. Just tune into the webinars, engage, man, come on, talk. I know sometimes it's like, I don't know, I don't feel like talking. But once you make that first step and you do talk, then it becomes much easier. I've watched people over the year, a couple of years, develop into, not talking, and then all of a sudden now they're leaders and they're speakers on the webinars and stuff. It's a great thing. All right, next up we got Mr. Lawrence or Monday from Kenya. Come on down, Lawrence.
Thank you a lot. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I just want to thank Lynn and Rob for the good work they are doing. Lynn has been my role model since I joined OnPassive a year ago. She has really been very, very supportive. She has really encouraged me And through that encouragement, I've also been able to bring in more people, more than even 100 people. That's touching so many people's lives together. I thank you, Lynn. Keep it up. You have put a very good spirit. Thank you.
Thank you, Lawrence. You know, Lawrence has been very consistent since he's been in on passive. You know how you can be motivated, then you lose motivation, you kind of lose your way. Not Lawrence. Lawrence has been steady as a rock, consistent, committed, a great leader to his team. And this is why he has such a big team today. He inspires his people. He's a role model to them. And I'm just so pleased to have him in my team. He's a special guy. And I'm glad you're a founder. And I know that you and your team are going to uplift humanity. We just cannot wait to do good. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Good job, Lawrence. You know, it's great to see people from other countries doing good things, man. We're gonna be able to change the world. All right, next up we got George from Uganda. Come on down, George.
And this is George Lukakamwa. His last name is long, so he uses George, but we should all know that this is George Lukakamwa. Glad to have you here.
Okay.
Exactly, and that's why I cut it short, because it is also very hard for some people to pronounce, especially Matt Digamo, on whose lives I am, and when I participate, every time I'm there, it's a different pronunciation. So to save you all that burden, I have to shorten up for everyone. Anyway, good evening, everyone from here in Uganda. Good afternoon, maybe good morning somewhere in any other part of the world. MILO, thanks for your show. It's really good, and it's one place that I got the confidence to speak to a whole lot of people. Before I used to, be, it used to get onto my nerves, but now you encouraged me, and I'm so grateful. And then I'm also grateful to Lynn, especially on the side of our continent, that is in the East African region. You've really done a great job. By the way, not only there, but even to your husband, Rob, because he had jumped out of the queue, but you had to panel beat him back to on passive. So it's a great work for you. As they say, behind every successful man, there's a woman behind. Lynn, thank you for that. And for the rest of you, thank you. I've been encouraged by so many people who are especially older than us, most of us, who have kept the mantle of on-passive going, and we've been encouraged. That's why it becomes so painful at times when we hear that some people are really losing heart because of the weight, which weight for us we are ready to go all the way because we want to help humanity. This is a chance which has been given to all of us almost for free. So we need to go on at whatever cost. Thank you very much for having given me this chance to talk to you. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, George.
Thanks, George.
George he's really a motivator. So we ask him to speak when we have our team meetings, and he is very uplifting. And he also keeps up with everything going on. So he's able to educate our team as well. So he contributes a lot. He's not a taker. He is definitely a giver. And we appreciate George. And I see how he's very involved in the watching Marty's lives, Red's lives, Chris Johnson's lives. I mean, he has been right there every day, keeping up with everything going on. So kudos to you, George.
All right. Thank you, George, for coming down and sharing with us. We appreciate it. And thank you for coming to the MILO, On Passive MILO show also. We love it when people come and talk and say what's on their mind. And even we like when they come and listen too. So, all right. This next one up, she's kind of dear to my heart because I met her at the Time Jumpers one night. I'm walking around and she said, I want to meet that guy. And so the guy that was with me, attorney from Detroit, he said, there's a lady over there that wants to meet you. So I walked over, I met her, come to find out she was only like 30 miles from where I spent my whole life, basically. And I've got her to, she comes down now and she talks every now and then. Let me introduce you to Miss Amy Radecki. Come on down, Amy.
Thanks, Milo. It's so good to be here today and to see all your smiling faces. And I really have been enjoying Lynn and Rob's new show. That was really nice and refreshing in the midnight hour when I'm awake sometimes. So it's really nice to have you all there. I consider you guys all my friends, even though we haven't really met in person yet, except for Milo. Can't wait to get to Nashville again, Milo. But I just want to appreciate Lynn and all the work that you do in the background. Every time I get onto a webinar, I see Lynn, and it doesn't matter what time of day or night. It's crazy how much you do. I just fit it in my day through when I can, but you're always there, and I just think it's really neat. And I look forward to seeing you in person someday. But I also wanted to mention, I was able to, I have a friend who had a stroke. I just want to share this with you. And he needs support to get a shot of medicine so that he's trying to move his left arm again. And my husband and I had an idea. And after we had dinner with my friend Rick, we went ahead and secured a position for him, one of those pending positions. So I was able to get one of those from Chris Johnson. He was kind enough to share. And so Rick doesn't know yet, and I can't wait for the day when I can tell him. We're just trying to figure out the best time and the best way. And then you guys will meet him, because he'll come on to Zooms because he has nothing else to do. He's sitting around at the house. So I'm just super excited. He's financially strapped right now. And I can't wait for the apples to start coming in. It's going to help him in a huge way. And I can't wait to tell him. I'm so excited about that. I just wanted to share that with y'all. So thanks for the opportunity.
Oh, Amy, that's the most beautiful gift you could give anyone, rather than just giving a handout of money, which will be used and exhausted in no time at all. You're giving him a gift that will provide for him for the rest of his life and for his generations to come as well. So what a wonderful gift.
That's good stuff. That's the on-passive way. And it's good to see people giving from the heart all the time. And Amy, that's that gets to me, and that's extra special.
Very good for you.
Awesome job, Amy. It does, man. Whenever, and we're going to hear so many more stories like this down the road that it's just going to change our life too. When we can give to someone and it blesses them over and over and over and over again. And one of my things that I'm very passionate about is cancer patients. And because I know what it was like to go through cancer, whether you have it or someone has it, and if you're going through it and you have to make a choice. Do I get the medicine this month, or do I pay my house mortgage? No one should have to do that. Nobody. And I want to change people's lives that they don't have to do it. So I'm going to start a thing with a cancer thing, that I'm going to bless people with cancer. So if it's just something that's dear to my heart, in fact, I want to start a show down the road a little bit with cancer patients and talk about it, so that we can tell things, and uplift people, because it's honestly, it's something to go through. Fortunately for me, my wife was uplifting me more than I think I uplifted her, which is sad. But she was just so inspirational to help me through the thing, as opposed to me helping her like I should have maybe. But I'm not saying that I didn't. I'm just saying that I didn't outshine her. She was more inspirational. So Anyway, all right, let's see. We've got another hand up. Mr. Roy Davies, come on down, brother.
All right, I'm unmuted now. Hey, Marlo, thanks for inviting me again. I just wanted to say something to Lynn and Ron, because I know the Lynn almost 4 years now, because when I joined on Passive, it's like February 24th, 19. So me and Marty ain't too far apart, probably about a week or so apart. And I know Lynn on private co-founder calls, and I wanted to, I know she lived in St. Petersburg, and I lived over here in Highlands County, which is maybe about an hour and a half, or hour and 45 minutes from where she lived. And I was wanting to try to invite her and her husband out to dinner one day, and I was going to ride over there and we talk and have dinner and talk about on Passive. But after everything was happening, I started seeing Lynn on webinars, hosting webinars and stuff. And then after that, I started seeing her on YouTube, and I started seeing her everywhere. I say, my goodness. I said, Lynn got her hands full. And I say, ain't nowhere in the world she can go out and have dinner and talk like that. Much as I see her, seems like she never sleeps. And she does a good job behind the scene with On Passive. And I know a lot of people appreciate her too, and I know I do too. So me being on Passive, I don't have no worries, no thought, no doubt, or nothing every day. I don't never think about it because I know On Passive is here. Only thing I got to do is just wait a couple more steps. I'll be able to taste it and feel it. Then I'll be able to share it with people who need the taste of what I received because of the opportunity that Ashman Farah give all of us. And I appreciate him, appreciate you all very much, because I learned a whole lot by plugging in, coming to the webinar, YouTube, and everything. So my positions is paid for, really. I'm just sitting here just waiting for the final steps. And I just want to say I appreciate y'all, Lynn and Ron. You too, Milo, Marty, all the other leaders here. I appreciate you all. That's all I had to
See
say.
you for that dinner. We'll see you for that dinner. Whenever
All
two
right. I ain't but a little bit of ways from you, so whenever we get that opportunity, I'll shoot right on over there.
That sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Roy.
All right, thank you, Roy. Thank you, Roy. I see you all over the place also, and it's great, man. You're one of the leaders, and it's great that you tuned in and you're engaged, and that's what it's all about. All right, let's see, who do we got next? We got Gladys Nayabora. Come on down, Gladys, and talk to us.
Thank you so much, Milo, Lynn, Rob, Maddie, and all the leaders who are on. I'm sorry, today I will not have my camera on because of where I am at the moment. But I just want to appreciate you, Milo, for this show and for the speakers who have spoken today. And this is just an affirmation of how like-minded we are. I just got off a meeting today with a group of women from Sierra Leone, and they are really counting on all blessed to have their problems addressed or at least solved. So I'm so happy for leaders and founders who have committed to carry the vision of our CEO, Ash Mufare, to be able to reach out to the world and try to alleviate this pain by empowering people. Issues like lack of clean water, lack of food, unable to educate their children. And now we are happy to be in a business where we don't have to worry to do anything because the company does everything for us. It is a blessing to be a founder and to have a company that cares for us, a CEO that cares for us, who has only asked us to be able to carry that vision of love and compassion and sharing and empowerment around the world. When I came to the company in 2018, I have seen the same vision of our CEO, Ash Mufare. his passion to uplift humanity through empowerment. And it's never changed. It's been the same. And I'm glad that we got Rob back come in to join Lynn. And Lynn has committed really to do a lot of work through All Blessed and Missionaries for Africa in different countries. And I'm happy and I'm sure that we are going to do a lot. Thank you, Amy, for helping your friend. And I believe that if we can get that one pending account and bless someone like that or bless a group of people, that will be really a blessing in itself. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Gladys. Thank you. Lynn, did you have something you want to say too?
Yeah, I wanted to say that, Gladys, she embodies what a founder should be, because she is very selfless and she's here to really uplift fellow founders. She's uplifted me personally. She's been an inspiration to her team and to everyone. I think she's a giver, and I really am privileged to call her a friend because she does so much good for the world, and she does good without telling the world she's doing good. And that's, to me, what means the most. When you are helping others quietly without the need for recognition, that is a true giver. So thank you for all you do, Gladys, in the background. We love you.
Absolutely. All right, Mr. Bruce, come on down, talk to us, brother.
Hello, my name is Bruce Kirsten. I'm from Florida, and I am your friend. And I want to tell you that when I first met Lynn, I met her through webinars, and she wanted to have a meetup with people in Florida. And I had the privilege of meeting Lynn and a bunch of other people and Rob. And, I came in there on my walker and she was struggling a lot. And they really helped me to get to where I needed to be. And I always wanted to thank you for that because they have such loving hearts. But I want to describe Lynn for a minute because this is the way I see her. Because Lynn will say her story where she got in here and she really did nothing for a long time. Well, if you know the story of a bamboo, there's an old story of a Chinese man who one day he planted a bamboo seed and he put a little fence around it. And every day he would water the bamboo and nothing was happening. And people would go around and say, "What are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm watering my bamboo." And one day, months and months went by, very long time. They thought he was all crazy, but he was still watering his bamboo. And one day, a little bit of the shoot came out. And little by little, it started growing and growing. And Lynn is like that. Lynn was like the bamboo because once the bamboo comes out, if you know bamboo, they're unstoppable in how big they grow. And the thing about bamboo, it's one of the strongest woods in the world. If you go to Asia, if you go to Africa, most of the scaffolding you see for the buildings is with bamboo because people know the strength of bamboo. And Lynn is like that bamboo. She is the scaffolding that we have here in El Paso as leaders. And she's come a long way, baby. And I'm very proud and honored to be here. Very honored to be here.
Thank you, Bruce, for those kind words. It's been nice to just know you, Bruce. You're one of those that's everywhere, and you always take the time to share a little of your heart with us wherever you go. And so we get little blessings all the time. Little blessings. Naga, you're muting. Naga, you keep unmuting yourself. So we're muting you, Naga. Be aware of that, okay? Thank you very much, Bruce.
Thank you, Lynn.
All right. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. That was great stuff. That talking about that bamboo and watering it every day. That's what it seems like we're doing with On Passive. Also, we water it every day, and pretty soon we're getting ready to see that little shoot pop up, and then it's not going to be long after that. We're going to see a whole lot. All right. Next up, we got the guy. I guarantee you, he's working. It's Mr. Modu. Come on down.
Yes, sir, Mr. Milo. You know who I am. The hard worker. You know, you remind me of my neighbor. Anytime he sees me, he calls me hard worker.
That's right.
Oh, I don't finish my rounds right now. Good afternoon, good evening to everybody. Mr. Milo, thank you very much for allowing me just to appreciate you and appreciate Miss Lynn and Dr. Rob. You know, when Friday night, when he started coming these few days, I said, oh my God, I used to think that Mr. Ron was the husband of Miss Lynn. Thank you very much, Mr. Milo. Thank you very much for everything you are doing for us and for whatever you've done for us. You know, I don't have anything to say, but to always use the opportunity to express my thanks and appreciation to our CEO for the greatest opportunity he gave me and my family. And I was struck and happy to hear Sister Gladys that she met with my sisters in Sierra Leone. Thank you very much, Sister Gladys. I wish I had been in that meeting, you know. I'm the angel of Sierra Leone, and I always want to make sure anywhere things or good things are happening, so I'll be able to represent my country. Thank you very much, Sister Gladys, and thank you, Mr. Rob. Now I know you are the real one instead of Rob. Thank you. God
Thanks,
bless you.
Mamodu. Thanks for the kind words. You're so cute.
I know.
Get back to work, Mamodu. Get back to
Oh,
work.
yes, I am. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Mamodu. One thing about it, he's on almost every show here and he's always working. That's for sure. And we just appreciate you taking the time and coming and expressing your thoughts. And so, all right, we're going to have this next guy come up and then we're going to kind of change. And I want to, if I can, I want to share those blessing sheets and just kind of go over them real quick for the last 15 minutes or so. But we got none other than Mr. Marty DeGarmo. Come on down and say it. Say it. Say it.
You gotta say it.
Say it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I've seen Lynn a lot of places, right? Well, then I see her more and more and more. So I want to verify something right now in front of everyone. Rob, there is only one, right? We need to know. There is only one Lynn, right?
Well, I would have answered that when you asked it, but she muted me. So there's only one of her, and I knew her when she was doing sign language for the universities and for the hospitals, and she got very little sleep then. So yes, to answer that question, there's only one, and she needs to get a little more rest, but that's coming. That's coming.
Oh man, I tell you what, like, so I find these OTech guys in a meeting on Sunday. I saw them, I listened to them, I went, well, they're pretty talented guys. There's something they could be doing. But then I thought, well, you don't want to set them loose by themselves, right? They're guys. They won't be organized. So then I was thinking, well, how can we fix this? Well, automatically, and this wasn't me, it was Lynn, said, I'll work with them. Of course, they don't know it, but I said a prayer, so you guys are in trouble. But anyway, so Lynn got a hold of them, organized them, all that. Well, now I work with them a lot, right? So I'll be at home. You know, my house is crazy, right? You guys all know that. And the phone will ring. I'm like, oh, crap. The phone goes, what do you know, crap? You didn't even look at it. So ask Lynn. How do you know it's Lynn? I forgot to do something. What is it? I don't know yet. Hold on, I'm trying to think of it before I answer. And then, oh, I know what it is. I got to open up, or I got to do that. But no, it's a good thing. And she demands so much more of herself than anyone else. She'll work with everybody. And let me tell you something. If you want a lot of people to come to your show, set Lynn loose. No, I'm not kidding. I mean, the only bad thing is you better have your crap together. Like, if I make a wrong post or I say the wrong thing, it's going to be in 200 people in like 5 seconds. You got to make sure you have the right info before you mention it. But no, it's a lot of fun. And then I saw Rob in the background. And one day I said, I don't know how we got talking. And I said, "You're Lynn's husband." I said, he said, "Yeah." I said, "God bless you, man." God bless you. I said, well, Sarge drives you crazy. Now he never said, "Don't call her Sarge." He goes, no, she drives me crazy. I said, "Oh, great." He knows it too then. So, but no, it's a lot of fun helping people. And it's really nice when you're working with people that are involved, right? Everybody's helping each other. It makes it so much easier. Because sometimes behind the scenes, there's things going on that doesn't look, it's not as easy as it looks sometimes, especially hosting a show. That's why you notice I don't host a show. I mean, I do it live, but I don't do webinars. For one thing, they'd run 17 hours and nobody knew what was going on. But no, she's very good at that, very organized. I enjoy working with her. She thinks everything's possible, which is a good thing. Probably why I get along with Milo and everybody here. You have to have that thought. You know, the funny thing, I get mad at people because they don't realize the effort that Ash puts in for all of us. And he said to me one day, he goes, "How many rooms do you think I enter, boardrooms, with either lawyers, scientists, or whatever, tech people? How many times do you think I go in and I say something, they say, 'Yeah, no problem.'" I said, "How much?" He goes, "Never." It's usually, "I don't think we could do that." That's what Ash fights against every day. But because he's that guy and believes everything's possible, they do it. They get it done. He opens up people's thoughts and actually creates things that aren't there yet. But you know, everybody great in history was the same way. When Edison said, "I'm going to make something that lights up, but it's not going to burn up." I said, "Well, you can't have that much light and it not incinerate." And he did it and did it and did it and did it. And all of a sudden he made a filament that would stay bright and not consume itself. And that's people like that's what's changed the world. And Ash is one of those people. Trust me, he's one of those people. When he tells you the world's going to flip upside down, it's going to flip upside down. Trust me. And we haven't seen anything yet. One day I said, "Man, I'm lucky if I know 10%. He goes, "You don't know 100,000%. And I went, "Well, thank you very much," you know. But it's a good thing though, because I know enough that I'm in for the rest of my life, right? I wouldn't go anywhere else. He's a truly unbelievable human being. I have never met him in person like some of you, but when I talk to him on the phone, which is a lot, almost every day, I tell people he's exactly who you think he is. No joke, exactly. One day he took pictures and sent them to me. His truck, he's got a Chevy Suburban or something, full to the top. Now, I know he didn't sleep at 3 in the morning because I was up. I know he wasn't sleeping at noon. And at 9 o'clock in the morning, he's showing pictures. And what he had done is stopped to Costco and filled his truck up with food and water to give to the poor. That's what he does on his day off. Now, who do you know that does that? And by the way, he's building something nobody's ever done for complete strangers. And some of us, not all of us, obviously, are stabbing him in the back in the meantime. It's unbelievable. Thank God he is who he is. So, yeah, we're in for a ride of our life. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
When the phone rings here at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, it's either you or Ash, Marty. So I used to be concerned that, you know, my kids would be calling me at that hour, but now I know it's, oh, that's either Ash or that's Marty.
Yeah. Well, yeah, same here. Ash, I don't hear anything from him until midnight. And then it's like, "What are you doing?" "I'm playing Tiddlywinks." I mean, what the freak you think I'm doing? Nothing, sitting here. And then he'll even say, "Where's Lynn?" The other day, "Where's Lynn?" I go, "Home." I called her. "Oh, okay." So I call Lynn. "Lynn, Ash call you?" "No." I said, Ash, who are you calling? I told you I was calling Lynn. All of a sudden I could hear, she go, oh, somebody's trying to call. It was him. It finally got hooked together. But, oh yeah, I mean, his time and his clock is not the same as anybody in the world. I've had him at midnight go, hey, how fast can we get people to Boston? And I go, what do you mean? Well, I want like 10, 12 people to come to Boston, founders. Okay, when? Well, they need to start coming tomorrow. When do you want me to work on it? He goes, yesterday. I go, you just told me today, right? But that's how he works. And it works out. I mean, it all worked out, but it's because he's so busy. When he gets a window open, that's when he'll pop on. People think he's, laying in a hammock somewhere. Trust me. He's always on the move, always working. Sometimes I'm talking, he's texting me while he's driving. I can hear the car. I go, I stop that. I go, because I know I don't trust him texting. Okay. Sorry, love the guy, but no, that's not worth all that. But no, he's always on the move. Anytime I ask him something, his thought is, how is it good for the people? How can I make it good for the founders? Because he's got the brains to make anything. He has to make it simple. So to take something really high technology and make it simple is high technology in itself. It really is. So no, you guys, and things are going to be happening really, really soon. Like I said, he might be on Tuesday. He knows about some of the little bugs in the back office. They're working on it, but the back office is lightning fast. Things are looking good. Yeah, we're well on our way. So anyway.
Where's the unicorn been the last couple of days? I missed.
Well, he's a pain in the ass. Okay, he's a narcissistic. He wants to take over the show. He's just slowly booting me away. In fact, my wife said, "Marty, you really got a problem." I said, "What do you mean?" You're more unicorn than you are Marty now. I said, "Oh, shut up." So anyway, he's in his stall somewhere. Anyway, he'll be out. I'll see y'all.
Thank you. Oh. Thanks for all you do, Marty. Marty, you're just an amazing kind of guy, right, Milo?
Absolutely. Thank you, Marty. You do so much for all of us. We love it when you're able to get on and talk, man. It's so exciting. We just love it. Dr. Benny, we'll get to you later if we got time. I want to share my screen. Let me see if I can figure it out. I want to kind of look at this Google Sheet. Where did it go? All right, maybe we won't. I'll have to learn how to share my screen, I guess. But I was going to kind of just go over that Google Sheet real quick. If you don't have it, it's nothing more than basically all it is. It's a sheet that you're able to put your names on, and it will jog your memory of who do you want to bless. Because I really feel that that this thing is going to move so fast that we're not going to realize, how fast it moves. And you want to be ready. You want to be ready, because the last thing you want to do is leave those apples in that bucket, and you're getting all these apples keep piling up. And if you're not giving them out, guess what? They're not doing nothing. They're going to rot, probably not rot, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't need them. You don't need to save any more for a rainy day, because every day it rains with on passive, so when you get something in, you want to put it out. So anyway, if you don't have that Google Sheet, Lynn, could you share that in the chat? The link for it. You can grab the Google Sheet. You can go through it, and I'll put. In fact, I need all of you to subscribe, if you would, to my YouTube channel, and I'll put a video in there on how to use it. So if you would go to On Passive MILO and subscribe, I've only got 48, and I'm feeling like, oh man, I only got 48 subscribers. So if you would subscribe, and you'll get that, you can get the sheet, and then I'll do a video that tells you how to use that sheet. It's really simple. It's just something to kind of like jog your memory. A lot of times you don't think about maybe you want to bless a place that's got dogs, or but this will have a tab for all of them, and you can just enter it into it, so that when it's time to come, it's got a place for family, church members, musicians, disabled vets. I don't know if you guys remembered 6 months ago, it wasn't all my idea. I had a lot of them already in there, but a lot of them, you guys were the ones that put them in. You would tell me what to put in and I put it in, and some of them, there was one that I got to look and find out what it is, but it's going to be so cool that we'll be able to bless all these organizations. And remember, if someone's doing something that you like, or that maybe you want to help with, you know, you can join by purchasing a spot underneath them, and it's going to build for you at the same time it's helping an organization that you want to. So that's all I got on that. So Dr. Benny, come on down.
It's now in the chat, Milo.
Okay, thank you, Lynn. And I like to say, man, I don't know what I'd do without Lynn. You know, she does keep me going, you know, and you know, this is because there's a lot of stuff that goes on that you might not realize when you're hosting these webinars. And man, just to keep it flowing, Lynn and John and Marty, they all help out. So Dr. Benny, come on down and talk to us.
Thank you so much, Brother Milo. Auntie Lynn, where's your husband? I have a question for him.
Oh, he had to leave.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's still here. You want him to come back?
Yeah.
Can he come back, please? Okay, he'll be back in a second.
No problem. Anyway, let me it's easy. Brother Milo, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. You know, most of the time when I come here, at least I have to greet each and everyone. This is afternoon to us here in United States. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to my brothers and sisters on this amazing webinar in different parts of the globe. Brother Rob, yes. I have never seen you. I was so thrilled when I saw the picture, your picture and your wife, knowing that you guys were coming here. You know, I used to walk with your wife and I noticed that she doesn't sleep. She's always up doing things and you're always there supporting her. Thank you so much for doing that. This is what we need when it comes to a husband and wife to work together. Now, when it comes to this unpassive, you mentioned something about that you guys are willing to help single mothers, right? Single yes. Parents. Yes. And we know that we have like 1.8 million single parents in the world. Are you really going to help this 1.8? Because I am one of them. Sorry.
I have a son who is one of them, and he's a single dad. And I feel for him just like I do the single moms.
Awesome.
It's, you know, between running kids to school and going to sports activities or cheerleading or cheering training or whatever he's doing, he's always on the move. And he drops doing whatever he's doing for his girls. And I want to try to make it easier. I mean, sometimes I have grandpa duty, and that's not a financial thing. I get in the car and go pick the girls up or take them to school. But there are many, many others that don't have a grandpa or a dad or somebody pitching in. And those are the people we would like to help. And that's 1.8 million.
Yes, to tell the truth, I just did my research and I noticed that we have 1.8 million. But I know that your wife will always be there. She will always be there. She will always be there by your side. And I know you guys, because I have seen it, a lot of people have noticed the way she walks. She works so hard. And I just want to congratulate you. Keep up the good work, supporting her, because you have been. I have seen it myself. Thank you so much, Brother Rob, for doing what you do.
Appreciate you saying that.
Yes, sir. Much. Thank you, sir.
He's a keeper. Definitely a keeper.
No, I'm the sleeper in the family. I'm not the keeper. I'm the sleeper.
All right. Thank every one of you for coming to the show today. What a great show we had. Rob, sorry you had to sit on that second chair there for so long. So I want to say thank you so much, Rob and Lynn, for coming to the show. Any last closing things you want to say?
I would just say something I didn't say earlier. I'm Rob Gorman, and I'm your friend.
And I say, enjoy the journey that we're on. We are blessed beyond measure. So just enjoy every step of this beautiful journey.
Absolutely. I love it. Enjoy the process. And remember, every one of you, you are awesome. And not only that, if you are here, you are a leader. So realize that you are a leader. So thank you so much for coming to the show. We wouldn't have a show unless you were there. And let me go to Mr. John Barilla. Come on down and say a few words to us. John helps us out in the chat.
Yeah. And I just want to say, I think a lot of both Lynn and Rob, and I actually hang around and help them and spend a lot of time with them in many places. So I enjoy that a lot. And I just want to say we had a lovely chat today. Everybody was great, no problems, because I was kind of alone. And I also was alone in the, I'm not quite alone, but almost alone in the YouTube chats. And I managed to get around in there. So it was just a good day as far as that goes for me, because I didn't need any hassles when I kind of don't have Lister or somebody out helping me, you know what I mean? Although folks did step in, I have to say, even in our chat today, several people did step in and I could just see them giving a little information and helping me. So that's appreciated. That's all I got.
Hey, I appreciate it, John. Thank you for all you do for coming down. Marcy Ann, are you still here? Marcy Ann helped us out right in the beginning. She might be, I think she had to go to a funeral. Is she here?
Yeah, I think she's at the funeral. She can't speak, maybe.
Okay. All right, good. Lynn, you do so much for us. I appreciate all you do. Thank you so much for coming and helping us out and keeping us running good. Say a couple words for us.
Oh, yeah. Well, what I want to say to you, Milo, is you're doing a great job with this webinar. You've brought in a lot of good guests and a lot of great content. So keep up the good work, Nashville Milo. Your contribution is significant.
Thank you. Just trying to do my little part, you know. And remember, we're all leaders. There's no big I's, no little U's. You come, you talk, and we listen. All right. Thank you so much for coming to the show today. We appreciate it all. So good night from Nashville.
Good night.
Good night from New York City.
Good night from Florida.
Good night from the USA.
From South Haven, Michigan.
Good night, everyone.
Good night from Canada.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Mama do.
Bye.
Good
night from Potomac, Maryland.
Good night. Good night.
Oh, so I need to
Good night, Mr. Mayor.